That's happening.
Not much. Watching the Ducks. Oh, God damn it. Now they're down. This team is the most heart attack inducing team I've ever watched.
They don't have, I don't know what it is. Yeah, like the next level.
Yeah.
College basketball is weird.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like, it's clear that there's a difference between a 5-star high school player and like these guys like Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
Because like, we're getting these 5-star players, and if Oregon football had been getting like a 40% blue chip 5-star recruiting for the past 10 years?
Yeah.
We would have expected at least three national championships in the past 10 years?
You'd think, yeah.
We'd look like Bama, you know? But I don't know. But basketball is clearly different.
It's very different. It's because the top 5 players are fucking different, and in a game where you have 5 guys on the field or court, that can make a big difference.
I mean, you saw it. I mean, I think back to Carmelo Anthony, right? Like, he was the last time Syracuse was any fucking good.
Yeah.
And he was just ridiculous.
Yeah, he fit in that zone really well.
Yeah, because he didn't have to play any defense in the zone.
Exactly. Well, so our game Thursday is against a team that has won 56 games in a row. They're 2 games away from breaking the state of Oregon record. Our goal is to end that streak. They have a 6'7" kid who dunks at least once a game, and not just like, oh, it's a breakaway, like he just drop step dunked.
Yeah.
He's recruited to go to Oregon State for football.
Oh, so he wants to be completely irrelevant.
Yeah, and they're like, well, he's going to a D1 school, and I'm like, barely.
Kind of.
Like, on paper, they are a Division I school, but they are the lowest D1 school.
They're Blue Mountain State.
They're not good. They're just not good. I know half you guys like them, but let me tell you, in my Oregon gear, they suck.
They suck. Suck.
That's not just because I hate them. They suck because they suck.
Help. Yeah.
It does not help. It doesn't skew my view positively.
It's like Mike Parker. I love Mike Parker. Really nice guy. Fantastic dude. But, you know, he picked the wrong team to be the broadcaster of.
Yeah.
He wants to talk about Corvallis Knights baseball? What a guy. My dad actually found me a Mike Parker Corvallis Knights championship bobblehead. I was like, no. I'm like, that's kind of rad. Like, I like it.
That's a big ding right there.
Well, it's funny because, like, my dad is friends with Mike Parker. Like, he knows him. Like, just from in passing, funny. Going to all the different, like, everything. And so then I start working in the media, and I'm like, hey, Mike. He's like, hey. I'm like, I'm Jake Tabor. And he's like, Tabor? Like, Rick Tabor? I was like, yeah, that's my dad. He's like, no way.
What? No way. Fuck out of here.
But I never followed up like I should have. Like, he told me he would go have a cup of coffee with me and talk to me about broadcasting, but I just never followed up on it. My head was in a different place. It was in Corvallis.
That also happens.
Being in Corvallis fucks your decision-making skills up.
So I've heard. I'm going to send you a picture from today. Or maybe I did already. The stamp thing. Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did. Dude, earlier today, okay, so my brain went to, we're recording today, which took automatically to mean it must be Wednesday, which meant it's the 5th. So first of all, when you said, when are you going to be here? I thought it was my mom texting me. So I responded, I'm going to be in late next Tuesday because that's when my train's going to be there so I can take care of all my bullshit. And so you're like, I had no idea what the conversation was about. And then I thought, oh, fuck, this is Wednesday, isn't it? And so I thought that you were like, oh, well, you should be here. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So and then Bailey's like, what's happening? So I tell Bailey, I'm like, yeah, the memorial service is today. He's like, I thought it was tomorrow. I'm like, wait, what day is it? And so in the meantime between,
you inadvertently getting screwed up on the days, fucked up Bales on his days of the week.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so that's what that all was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I told him, like, no, it is tomorrow. It is.
I was wondering why he was so confused. I was like, I'm lost as to you're lost.
I'm confused. What were you asking about? What time? Oh, you were asking about tomorrow.
I was asking them when they were coming down because Ben and Bales are coming down.
Right. Okay. So yeah. And again, like I read that and I was like, okay, but yeah. And I just didn't see that I was fucking working.
Yeah.
Chaos ensues.
My life is chaos right now.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
I don't know when it's going to end either because now my full-time job is taking care of my mom.
Right.
And some days it's not so bad. And other days it's hectic. Like once we get done with this service and basketball season ends, then my life will somewhat resume normalcy. Like it's just,
But you keep winning.
Yeah, we keep winning and I'm okay with that. Like I told him the other day, so we won our first round game. Maybe I should save this for the show.
Yeah. Because we'll be talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell it again. I'll tell it because Dave won't hear it. But I was sitting there after our first round win, sitting on the bleachers, and I'm just sitting there. And it's literally like my dad had just passed. Like our game was Wednesday the 26th or something. So I guess it was like...
It's like a week and a half. Almost 2.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting there. Looking, the scoreboard looks cool. 74-43, like nice win. But like everybody's all celebrating. And then I just start thinking, job's not done. Job's not finished.
Right.
Kobe Bryant.
Right.
Kobe Bryant in the press conference. And so the next day that we had practice, after practice, I went and wrote it on the board. I wrote job's not done, which I didn't think in my head, job's not done makes more sense than job's not finished. But, and I wrote that, and then somebody during our pregame speech Saturday said, hey, what did that say on the board? And they're like, bring a towel. And I'm like, it did say that, but that was something else. But yes. And then what was the other thing? Job's not done. And I'm like, right. Job's not done. We've won 1. We need to win 4 more. I want a trophy in Baker, and I don't want it to be silver or gold. I want the blue one.
The blue one's the only one that fucking matters.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to Jen. I was like, it's kind of funny that Robin's over here living out me and my friends, all of our childhood dreams of going to fucking Baker for state. I was like, that's really cool.
Well, it was kind of not even on purpose because at the start of the year, I'd told Travis, the JV coach, I was like, if it's okay with Ellis, the head coach, I'll come help you with the JV stuff because you don't have an assistant. It's just you.
Yeah.
That's tough. Sometimes even just remembering to grab a towel is just hard enough. So if you've got 2 people thinking about things, you can bounce things off each other. You can remind each other of things, And so I went and talked to him like, hey, Ellis, would it be okay if I came and helped Travis? And
automatic. I want to make sure you get enough.
What was that?
That was fucking Facebook popped up.
Oh, he's like, yeah, if that's what you want to do but I don't really need a coach coming in that's like, hey, I'm here to play one-on-one with these guys or jump in the drills and this and that. I'm like, no. I'm like closing in on 50.
Yeah. Do I look like the kind of guy who wants to play one-on-one against a bunch of kids?
Well, to be fair, he's seen me play.
Yeah, fair.
He remembers. I don't know how many times he's reminded these guys I used to dunk on people. And but I was like, yeah, that's not my thing. I'm here to help Travis. That's literally what I want to do. Well, then as the season went on, Travis is like, hey, you want to come into the locker room? Like, will we do the pregame stuff for the varsity? And I'm like, sure, I'll come check it out. And before they go out, the head coach asks, hey, has anybody got anything to add? Robin, you got anything to say? And I was like, the fuck? I'm just here to hang out. Like, I didn't know I was doing anything. He's like, oh, you're good. So I sat behind the bench that first game and then went in with them at half. And then since then, they've just had me be a part of the varsity crew. Like, just because I point things out that they're missing, remind them of little things. Like, I'm not huge on the X's and O's part. Like, I understand
You're Jimmy's and Joe's.
Yes, sir. Like, I am there to remind them of the little things they're not doing and the little things they're doing well and to continue that and help them individually. And so then on the ride back from our playoff game, we're sitting there in the car and I brought that up to the head coach because it was just me and him and then two players, but they're like, we're in a van. And so he's driving, I'm sitting in the passenger seat. And I was like, yeah, you remember that? Like, I wasn't planning on being with you guys. And he's like, no, I'm glad you're here. Like, you've helped out a lot. Super glad you're here. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. And he's like, and I said the thing about jumping in drills and this and that. He's like, well, the reason I said that was because we had this guy and he brings up the name. I don't know him.
Right.
And he's like, we had him help it in the past. And he's in there jumping in drills and trying to relive his glory days of high school. And we don't need that. That's not helpful. These practices are for them, not us. And I was like, no, I completely understand. He's like, and then last week he saw you at the playoff game sitting on the bench. And he's like, well, he wasn't part of this crew. And so he got a hold of me and asked, hey, could I come in and help you? And he's like, no, I talked to the other coaches and they said they're pretty comfortable with the group we have, whether he did or didn't, because he didn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, nobody can D those guys up like I can. And I'm just like,
exactly.
Oh, yeah. And this is why you didn't want the guy. I understand the conversation we had now. So,
I mean, there's a way to be involved in the drills that's constructive to your team.
Yeah. Occasionally, like, they'll throw us in the coaches because we can play defense better than the JV kids for a short amount of time, but we're going to DM the fuck up and they're going to get to see what tough defense is like.
Real defense feels like, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's helpful. Or like when we're going to play up against a big dude, like they'll have one of us get in there and just kind of push on them and show them that boxing out actually comes from
is effective.
The waist down and it works.
Yeah. You can box out anybody if you get good position.
100%.
I realized I was thinking about the other day. I was like, what is fun to me about playing basketball? What's the thing that's most fun? And I was like, rebounding and passing.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care if I'm shooting the ball. Like who fucking cares? I'll get the rebound and I'll put it back in. But like, exactly. I don't need to do a bunch of dribble moves. I don't need to shoot from 40 feet away. Just let me get it when you miss, and I'll hit that guy that he doesn't even know he's open.
Yep. That's something like even that reminds me of a little thing that I've tried to instill in these guys. Be ready to shoot. Have your hands ready if you're spotted up. Don't just stand there with your hands at your waist or on your knees or something. Be ready to shoot. That lets the ball handler know, oh, that guy is ready and he's open. Probably. You're more likely going to get the ball that way. And it helps you because you're not jumping you're not bringing the ball down and then you're like right there in the pocket.
Ready to let her rip.
Yeah.
Last time I was playing pickup ball, I I love operating out of the high post because nobody does it, so nobody knows how to defend against it.
They don't. It's crazy.
So like I just get the ball in the high post and immediately the guy drops a step. So I've got a jumper if I want it.
Yeah.
But I'm standing there. I'm kind of it's that Tim Duncan position, where I'm not quite facing away, and I throw a top spin overhand pass right by this dude's head to a baseline cutter.
Nice.
And the guy like ducks. I threw it over his shoulder. He ducks because he's sure he's about to lose his head.
Yeah.
And then the guy catches it and he's like, "Whoa!"
My favorite is the post up, and I'm looking right and toss it over looking left, tossing over my right shoulder.
Yeah.
Gets him every time. God, I wish we had more time with these kids because I think 1 through 5 we don't have a weak spot, that's nice.
Yeah, and you got numbers too. We had a great starting 5, but the problem is our bench was exactly too deep.
We run one kid off the bench, and he doesn't know the offense, it seems like, entirely, even though he's a junior. Been playing in this system for now 5 years.
He's like, I'll just go over here. I'll freestyle, coach.
He's so spacey, but also like really fucking smart. He's just so it's interesting seeing this kid. Where the fuck is Dave? I got to get up and get stuff, but I've been waiting for him because we're recording. Yeah, thank you. He said 5 minutes. "13 minutes ago." Oh, look who it is.
God fucking damn it, Dave.
Thank you.
He said 5 minutes, 13 minutes ago.
That's more than 5.
That's a David
math magician.
That's a David 5.
That's a David 5.
That's a I'll Dave remember 5.
That. The Baker's dozen will now be referred to as the Dave 5.
The Dave 5. Hey, go give me a Dave 5.
All right, now I'll be right back.
All right, everybody leave now that Dave's here.
Yeah, everyone go do your thing.
Actually, I kind of want to smoke a bowl. Dude, the other night, I was talking to my buddy, and he's just being an idiot.
Where are your buddy?
Oh, yeah. But he says, I'm like, all right, man, I'll be right back. I'm going to go smoke a bowl. He's like, nah, dog, smoke a plate, you idiot. That was just like, smoke a plate was the funniest thing you could have possibly said in that situation. I don't know how we got there, but that was good. That was well done.
Bowls, plates, platters, whatever.
Smoke a platter. I'll smoke a poo-poo platter. So, hi, Dave. How are you?
Good. I've been super busy. We had another guy quit at work.
Nerds.
So now basically I've been working full-time when I'm not supposed to be. When I'm supposed to be part-time going to school full-time.
Right. But now you're full-time going to school part-time.
Yeah. Which is fine. Other than
your life being out of balance.
Yeah. Everything's out of whack. I'm out of whack.
You just got to whack it.
Whacking it.
Wagging it.
And I've been dealing with my insomnia again. It's been a real asshole. So got to the point of so tired and so
how tired was you?
So tired, and then consuming energy drinks that I have, whatever it is. If I'm really tired and I drink too many energy drinks, I literally will lose my peripheral vision.
Oh, it's called tunnel vision.
Yeah,
that's
a thing.
That's a thing.
That's not good.
Yeah, you don't want that.
But like it starts out where my periphery is getting like wavy, and I'm like, oh man, what's going on?
I've been there.
I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting tired, and then all of a sudden, like something will happen, like right here, and I'm like,
have you ever been so tired that you hallucinate? Like here, I'll just tell you a story. So I was
leaving. Why don't you go and tell us a story?
I was leaving a girlfriend's house, and I was driving back from her place to my place. And it's late at night, doing the thing where I'm like, all right, I woke up at 5 o'clock. Oh, look at those handsome gentlemen. I did the thing where like I'd wake up super early in the morning and then go home and sleep in my bed for a couple hours because I like my bed. Yeah. And so I wake up and I'm driving. I'm about to go across where Riverbend is, and like I'm nodding off. Like I'm falling asleep in the car. And as I'm about to nod off, I swear I see a cat run across the street. And it like shocks me, and like I get an adrenaline surge and it wakes me up. And the cat doesn't go across this lane. It just disappears. And so like in that moment, I'm like, did my brain just hallucinate to wake itself up and keep me alive?
I believe that's a thing.
Right? Like that's what I believe happened.
Because I do the you're on the freeway, you're just exhausted, and you're kind of, everyone's done it, you're kind of nodding off a little bit, and you're like, oh, I need to stay awake, like this is fucking stupid. And then all of a sudden I think I'm 2 feet from hitting the semi in front of me.
Yeah.
And it shocks my body, and I like look at it and it's like a mile down the road.
And you're going 45.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay. I pull off at Clark's Branch Road now because there's a little spot. I pull off and I'm like, yep, I'm taking naps on a 30-minute drive.
Sometimes you gotta, man. Like,
yeah,
we all drove Highway 34 up in the Mid Valley, and that's a road that'll kill you.
Yeah, I've had enough close calls on the road that I will pull over and take a nap. Like, I don't care.
I'd rather take a nap than die.
Yeah, I've taken multiple naps between Junction City and Corvallis.
Yeah, sometimes
just
you
being
gotta.
Like heading back up there from Eugene, and then it's like, oh, I've only got like 15 minutes left. I'm like, or I'm not gonna make it.
Right? Yeah, dude. I remember I was heading back from Corvallis one time. I was leaving Robbins, and I stopped. I stopped just on the Junction City side of Monroe. I stopped in Junction City at the Safeway, and then I stopped at the Gilbert Shopping Center on Highway 99, and then I made it the rest of the way home.
Yeah, I think my closest to destination nap I've ever taken is the freeway exit from my house. Like, I was struggle busing it all the way down, got to my exit, and was just like foggy, dark, 3 a.m. I'm almost to my bed.
Right.
It's like, yeah, no, I'm not making it on my own road. Like, I'm falling asleep on the side of the road, woke up 3 hours later, and then got home. It was like, yeah, well, that was a good 3-hour nap.
Sometimes you gotta take a 3-hour nap.
Yeah.
Now I see homos naked.
God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks, son.
Ah, shooty darn.
Shooty darn. That's a new one. Last I looked, the Ducks were up 2 with 3 minutes. Now they're at a commercial, and I can't see the score.
Mm-hmm.
It's tied with.
Have you guys ever heard of Locked On podcasts?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
It's I've been listening to Locked On Ducks, but there's a Locked On Big Ten.
There's a Locked On everything.
Okay. I figured there was, but of course, being Ducks and Big Ten, I've been listening to those ones the most.
Yeah.
Because I found them, they're 30-minute podcasts, and I'm like, I have a 30-minute drive one way every day.
They aren't bad.
Yeah, they're not terrible. They're definitely gives me information. You know,
they're informative.
Yeah,
it's definitely a bunch of college kids who are in their journalism school at their respective schools doing it with the guy who's definitely an old head in the game.
Yeah, like the guy that runs the does
Big
the
Ten
Locked On
Ted.
Ducks. Yeah, Locked On Ducks. He lives in Utah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
And yeah, he's just a huge. I'm guessing. I haven't listened to it long enough for him to mention it, but I'm guessing he went to school at U of O. And he's a sports journalist of some sort because he does all of the.
Is he a broadcast journalist like Bobby Heenan?
Bobby Heenan.
I don't know, but is he an award-winning photojournalist like yours truly?
Maybe.
Dick pics don't count.
Oh.
Hey.
If they won an award, Dave, they're still award-winning. By the way, look at how easy the media vest would be to create. Just get a vest. Just put the O on it.
Are you seeing it?
And a random. Well, I'm watching the basketball game now too, as well.
Okay.
What's this?
Oh, going to the rack.
Hey, I went to Iraq.
Yeah. wait. No.
All right, no, I didn't. Shit.
Funny.
But I knew a guy who went to Iraq.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, but you can imagine.
But you can imagine.
No, Brian went to Iraq.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Twice or 3 times.
Like on vacation?
Not so much.
Biking across the Iraq.
Biking is floating around the world. Biking across Iraq, the world's shittiest reality TV show.
Yeah, because they died.
Right.
Did you know about that, Jake? That actually happened.
No.
There, an American couple went to Iraq to travel, trying to prove
confused
that
with Arrakis.
Yeah, they did not go there. There was no spice. Well, there was.
It did look similar.
Yeah, and the spice was opium.
Yes.
But they went there to prove that Iraq was safe to travel, and then they got dead.
And then they proved that it wasn't.
Because there was a group of people that everyone was like, "Hey, maybe you shan't go to that country."
Hey, check out these shorts I got. They're reversible.
Did you kerm for the shorts?
I kermed for them.
Kerm. You're just kerming all over. Those are cool.
But the white side, Hassan.
The whites.
The Hassan white side is better because it's got pockets only on the whites.
Only the whites have the pockets.
If they're wearing the greens, they don't need pockets.
That's racist. Only the whites have pockets.
It seems like it. I mean, I didn't say it. A lot of people are saying it.
A lot of people are saying it.
I would never say that.
If you're white, you need them pockets.
Dave, do you know the Uncle Sam sign? Just in Washington, the one with it said like how many people will we leave behind in Ukraine for like 4 years now.
No, I haven't been in Washington.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
You know what I'm talking about though. It's on the side of I-5. If you're going up and down, it always has like some right-wing propaganda message on it.
Oh yeah.
So that's for sale.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Like $2.3 million for the area.
Damn. Will they take a check?
Let me move some things around.
Yeah, I got to move some money from I got 2 bank accounts. You see, I got to move some money. It's gonna take 3 days. But yeah, like I looked it up because that hadn't changed in like 4 years. It'd been the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the dude is dead because there'd been a lot of tomfoolery going on with the sign. Like people have been throwing rocks at it and shit.
No.
But now it'll be interesting to see what happens if somebody else buys it and goes even further off the rails, or if someone buys it on the other side of the aisle and does something with it.
Yeah, let's swing it the other direction.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just be like,
did you know you could bike across Iraq?
Elon stole my social security number. I didn't give it out to 5 other places, you know.
No, it was specifically Elon.
Specifically Elon stole your. He's stroking a hairless cat in his compound.
On one side of the sign it just says, "Special thanks to Elon Musk for getting rid of our ketamine epidemic one single-handedly."
Over there in Elontopia.
All right, man.
Hey, you people.
You ready for a good-ass show?
You people.
Yes, I am.
Cool. All right, here we are We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And you might recognize him when he's looking at you through one eye and the whiskey eye is going in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's Dave.
Yep. Welcome to the old Popeye Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That was the pirate.
I thought this eye also had pink eye earlier today. Because for about half the day, it was like extra shut and really watery. Like it looked like I'd been crying out of one eye. I only cry out of one eye because I ain't no bitch. Yeah. Speaking of bitches, he knows them. He shows them. He finds them on the roads. It's Robin.
Finds them on the roads.
Didn't even know he was there.
I didn't know he was sick.
On the roads.
Somehow knows he was the janitor.
Yes. As I am Robin, finder of hoes on the roads. The old hoe road finder.
It's a long road to hoe.
We ain't got boats, but we do have hoes.
Speak for yourself.
Somewhere.
And not to mention Idaho.
Fuck Idaho.
Not really connected. Anyway, bringing it back around. To
Speaking of being connected,
in Idaho. He's in Mashington, touching tips.
Touching tips.
Snake known as Jake.
Touching tips and turning tricks.
It's me, One Take Jake, back in the saddle again, and I'm playing everyone's favorite game, Drink the Beer.
Oh.
I won. And now you know what I win?
Another beer.
Yeah.
I'm going for the high scoring.
A shot of heroin.
Go Ducks. Wow.
Yeah, go Ducks.
That escalated quickly.
We'll talk about drugs here soon enough. Actually, fuck it. Let's talk about them right now.
I like drugs.
I like drugs and I don't care who knows. So y'all hear about this cop who got folded like a lawn chair on fentanyl?
No, I mean not specifically that one.
Mm-hmm.
Ducks are down 1 with 2 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. So a cop confiscated what he believed to be some Colombian marching powder, and after confiscating it, decided to partake of
see what it smells like.
Yeah, see what it smells like.
Did he pull out the switchblade and go stab the bag and like it was a movie?
Like you rub it on his gums. Yeah, that's good
pure
stuff.
You're going away for a long time.
That's 100% right there.
Yeah.
No, he didn't do that, but he did see what it smelled like, and it smelled a lot like fentanyl. Pure, unadulterated fentanyl. And they found this man looking like a lawn chair in a public restroom. They took him back, and when they did the talk screen on him, they found this particular officer to have blood screened similar to someone who would be a regular user of methamphetamine.
Yikes.
I take that back. He didn't believe it was coke. He thought it was meth, and so he smoked it. And yeah, that's what the story was. He thought it was meth because he's a fucking meth head. And yeah,
we don't mess around with that stuff.
Got fentanyled. So, this is that classic, play stupid games, win stupid prizes things.
Yeah.
But it also just makes me wonder how many other just fucking geeked out cops are there out there?
They exist, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of them because they also are human beings, and there's a lot of shitty ones of those out there too.
Yep. I'm just trying to imagine like how could you be a meth head in a police station?
Well, I mean, if
there's
you're
also
good at doing drugs, you can do them around people.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And there's also like Robin and I used to always say, and actually you've said too, if people could just do their drugs like responsible
like
adults.
Goddamn adult. Yeah.
Just like drinking. You go home on the weekend, maybe you like a little bit of meth. Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I'm like riding with you. Let's go do this. But there was a time in my life when I, be hanging out and like, oh, I don't have to work or do anything this weekend.
Let's do mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, that time in my life is still here, but
that time was
about the past.
Tuesday.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like when I go to Portland and just be awake for 3 days.
Yep, that happened.
That happened.
Ducks up too.
And then Monday morning would roll around and I would wake up and go to work. Some people can do it.
Yeah.
Would I say that I had a problem back then? Probably not, because like I said, I woke up in the mornings.
Yeah.
Or on Monday morning, took care
of
what
I woke up dead.
Yeah, I did not wake up dead.
Do you remember when we were partying at Seven Feathers and like I needed to go play in a basketball tournament? We'd been smashed the entire night before.
I do.
And I'm like, hang on, I need a nap real quick. And I don't remember who it was. You're like, what's he doing? And you're like, watch this. Like, I slept for like what, half hour?
It was not very long.
And I wake up like, all right, let's go. Let's fucking
like tailgate naps.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a tailgate nap, and that's when that was when Jake naps were invented. Man, that is an ugly dude. There are basketball players who only get laid because they do basketballs.
It's true.
Is it Indiana tonight, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Yep.
I wish I would have got that fucking viewfinder though.
That was really cool.
That was the only cool thing. Did you see that, Dave?
No.
So the Ducks, have games, sports, whatever. They have giveaways for people in attendance.
Unlike the Blazers.
Yeah. Oh, turnover. Bittle with the steal. Anyway, Ducks have the ball with 1:06. At the game tonight, the first, I think, 250 or 500 people
500
got, those old viewfinders you had when you were a kid. You like press the button and it turns a disc. They had one with like the history of the Oregon Ducks basketball team.
I'm confident you'll be able to find those at Goodwill soon.
I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one. I feel like that's gonna be one of the tougher finds.
Fair enough. Nate Bittle looks like Theo Vaughn.
Oh my God. He is tall Theo Vaughn.
We had a guy in my town. We used to call him Slick John. He used to play basketball. Why don't you pull him up? He used to wear red shorts with one green sock and a blue.
And a blue.
That really sounds like a Theo Vaughn story.
Yeah. I know this is off topic, but the Eagles just released Darius Slay.
I saw that.
What the hell?
What in the hell?
Is that bad?
I mean, he can't slay anymore for them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought he was their number one cornerback, but
wasn't it like a money thing though?
It might be. Whenever I see something like, "Hey, star player gets released," I'm like, either that or you're the Jets and you're just like, we're getting rid of these guys.
Right? The Jets is dumb.
Yeah. Like we give up. Football's stupid.
Yeah. I really enjoy all the videos of the Giants manager, the Giants GM, and it's like him and his family in his office, and he's like, "Who should we?"
Hard Knocks.
Yeah, and he's like, the son is like, "Hey, maybe you should pay Saquon." I don't know. Sounds like a good idea. And then they don't pay Saquon, and he has an incredible season.
Yeah, the season of his life.
If you watch that whole like 2-minute section of Hard Knocks,
it's painful.
That kid is 100% on.
Yeah,
he's like
he knows football.
13, 14, and knows his shit.
He was talking about he's like, you should trade up for Commanders quarterback.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. He's like, you should trade up for Daniels. Figure out a way to get Daniels.
Yeah.
And then you can just hear the dad be like, I don't know. He's not really our guy. And it's like, maybe you should fire everybody and just hire your kid.
Yeah.
Because apparently he knows better than your entire organization.
He's better.
He seems to know what he's talking about.
The Giants were so arrogant in that whole negotiation that they were like, okay, Saquon, if you think you're worth money, go find it.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Okay.
And then I think somebody in that conversation's like, as long as he doesn't go to the Eagles or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was one other guy in the room that's like, someone's going to pay Saquon if we don't.
Yeah.
If we don't pay Saquon. Oh, yeah, it was the same conversation. If we don't pay Saquon, somebody will. Well, as long as he doesn't go to the Eagles.
Yeah, there it is.
But he did go to the Eagles.
He did.
He did, in fact, go.
And then you ended up
Eagles.
cutting Daniel Jones anyway.
Yeah.
The guy that you wanted to pay the money.
I've heard the Giants are talking about Aaron Rodgers. There were 3 teams that listed him.
He has to go to the Vikings. So the prophecy can
See,
be
that's
fulfilled.
what I think. But they're still trying to decide if they want to pay Sam Darnold because he's going to get a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Well, and then didn't they sign Daniel Jones as well to the practice squad?
They did sign
something like
Daniel
that.
Jones.
Yeah. So he's like when the Vikings picked up Daniel Jones, I was like, this is going to be interesting because it was kind of the year of the franchise quarterback bust.
Yeah.
Going somewhere else and then being like, oh, you can play football. You just not for who you just got drafted.
For them.
I mean, but that's like, how many times does that happen?
Saquon Barkley.
You got Joe Burrow story. There's not many. Joe Burrow story doesn't happen very often.
Who was it that just got traded from the Niners to the Commanders?
Deebo Samuel.
Deebo,
yeah. Dude.
Man.
The Commanders are...
Like, if they pick up another wide receiver, they might be really fucking tough to beat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they'll win their division pretty handily.
You would think, except for they're in the Eagles division.
Yeah. But you got to remember the Eagles have got to pay everybody. They're going to have a Super Bowl hangover. They're not going to be allowed to...
They already paid everybody last year and the year before. Yeah. So, Fair enough. Really, Slay was the only one, I think, that was up for money. So... They might be right there again next year.
Yeah. All they got to do is get another corner.
I've heard Devontae Adams may go to Kansas City. He's a fucking good receiver.
Good receiver.
You'd have Hopkins and Adams on the same team?
I thought Hopkins retired.
Oh, did he? I'm not sure if he did.
I thought he retired like right after the Super Bowl. Maybe he didn't.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that, but that could have been. I haven't consulted with my mom about Chiefs moves yet. So.
She hasn't given you the Chiefs update.
Yeah.
Hey Robin, read the ticker hitting FS1 right now about Saquon Barkley. He just signed a contract.
It's on NHL stuff. Well, where are you at seconds wise?
Final.
Oh, see, I'm at 20 seconds left.
Oh, yeah. Well, Saquon Barkley is just signed to become the highest paid running back in football history.
That's big ding. Funny.
Oh, that's why Slay got released today.
Yep. Well, we got to pay him.
I don't even have to look into the story anymore. I can take 1 and 1 and make 2.
I'm not dumb per se.
Per se.
Eagles running back.
Did you ever watch the league?
2-year, $41 million. God damn.
Shit. That's
a lot for a running back for a position the NFL doesn't seem to value anymore.
What is this, 1973?
That's, dude, $41 million is the entire NFL payroll.
Right.
That's not even just one guy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Did you guys watch any of the combine?
No, I was at work.
Very, very little of it.
I saw that T-Ferg had a great combine.
T-Ferg had the best numbers out of any tight end.
Yeah. I know T-Ferg and Harmon are doing awesome.
T-Ferg was the one they said he jumped up the board the most for people. There's this quarterback from Colorado that they said is dropping really rapidly because he's come up as arrogant and conceited. Weird.
Who was that one quarterback who pulled he pulled the quote of Cardale Jones or whatever. He says they asked him about his grades and he's just like, hey, I don't go to school to play school.
Yeah.
I didn't go there to play school.
Yeah, I didn't go there to play school. And they're like really great quoting a guy that no one knows what happened to.
Right. Like he doesn't. Yeah. He gone.
Yeah. There's a reason why they want you to be smart too.
Who is that quarterback for the Ohio State team?
Howard.
Yes, Will Howard. He looked terrible.
Really?
At the combine. Like
Joel Klatt was sucking him off on his latest
so is
podcast.
McAfee. McAfee's been like up on this guy. And he gets out there and they're like, ooh, geez. Hopefully he has a better pro day at Ohio. Like that's.
I have been hearing that Sean Payton kind of wants Tiford.
Oh, that was our first win against Indiana ever.
The Hoosier losers.
One in a row, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Suck that dick.
History starts now.
22-8. We're 22 and did that really say 22-8?
Yeah.
We only have 8 losses?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Feels
like happened, it just happened that 5 of them happened in a row.
Like
right.
Consecutive.
In conference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so this makes 6 wins in a row now, or 5 wins in a row after the
15th
slide.
Straight 20-win season, tied for the 3rd longest active streak. I like it.
But yeah, Sean Payton wants Tiford in Denver.
I also heard Tez is somebody they want. Did you know his brother was Bo Nix?
Oh, is his brother Bo Nix?
I've heard that.
News to me.
Quarterback?
Something
for the Denver Broncos? Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird because they not look alike.
No, they look very different.
Yeah.
Tez is black, though. So
yeah.
How could they be brothers?
I don't know.
They all call everybody brother, so I don't.
Mm-hmm. I don't listen here, brother.
Not Hogan.
No.
Listen here, brother.
Not that kind. No, we don't want to call.
Oh, the February folks.
Just gonna write that down as the name of the episode. I can't even write. God damn it.
That was pretty good.
Sometimes I surprise myself. Anyways, if Tiford and Ortez go to Denver, I might start watching Denver games a little more. I mean, I watched Denver games more this year than I ever have.
I started to already because I mean the Seahawks were ass. So
and Bo had a great season.
That's fun to watch.
Jaden Daniels had such a good rookie season that Bo Nix's rookie season kind of just got swept under the rug.
Yeah.
They're just like, they don't even mention it. And it's like, hey, look at the numbers. I mean, if we're not talking about going to the playoffs, just look at numbers.
The only difference was one of them made the playoffs and went somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Denver make the playoffs too, but they lost?
They did. They just lost.
I think they said Jaden Daniels was the first rookie quarterback to win in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
It had never happened before. Yeah, think back. I couldn't think of one either.
Yeah, I was do.
It'll be on trivia someday.
Yeah.
That's one of those questions, though. It's kind of...
Sorry, they're interviewing Dana White after the game. Dana Altman. And the duck is just back there behind him.
Anytime I talk to anybody about mascots, I'm like, yeah, I'm a Ducks fan, best mascot in sports. I just throw it out there, and most of the time, like, people will not argue with you.
No.
Because how?
It's like, oh, well, what about no, Oregon Duck, man.
What about the Who?
The only one I like a little bit is Mike the Tiger, but not the the Mike the Tiger, the actual tiger, because it's a fucking tiger.
Or Ralphie the buffalo, because it's an actual buffalo.
And that's kind of cool.
And I want to see him run that damn thing across the field. That'd be cool.
I want to see that buffalo do some push-ups, though.
Yeah, that
Step up your game, bitch.
Yeah. I want to see that buffalo eat some wings.
Was it the Longhorn, Texas's
Bevo?
Mascot? I only dig him because he lost his shit one game and now he can't come to the stadium.
It's only when the Bulldogs there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Remember they played Georgia?
Yeah.
Do you know how Bevo got his name?
Isn't he like Bevo the 14th or something like that right now?
Right. Yeah, but that's not important.
I don't know the answer. You'll say it and I'll remember.
So it goes back to the rivalry with Texas A&M, and they A&M like stole Bevo, and they took in the season before they had defeated Texas 13-0. So they branded the cow 13-0, And so they took the 13, turned it into a B, and then the dash they turned it into an E, and then they put a little V in there, and then the name of the cow was Bevo.
That's his name.
Yeah,
Bevo and Butthead.
Yeah.
Bevo and Butthead is write it down.
I'll write it down. Although February folks is pretty strong.
Pretty good.
That would be a funny shirt. Bevo and Butthead.
Just like a picture of Steve Sarkisian.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Oh, it's perfect. I'm writing dash possible shirt idea.
Yeah.
You guys can talk while I write.
No, I was thinking about the that Locked On podcast again.
Man, and then that's got a hold on you.
Locked On.
And then it got me thinking about, like, speaking of addictions.
You ever suck some dick?
No. So have you guys ever heard of Drumeo?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that I figured Robin had.
Jake and I have both watched it.
My insomnia nights have been filled with Drumeo videos. Just
the
because
ones where they get drummers to do the songs they don't heard.
Especially Chad Smith.
Dude.
I've watched his videos multiple times.
So fucking good.
Because he's such a musical drumming genius and timing genius.
Yeah.
That what the songs he's listening to are songs that I know. The 30 Seconds to Mars song, and then a Bring Me the Horizon song.
The 30 Seconds to Mars one is really good.
Yeah, and then you listen to the actual track and the actual drum track, and you're like, and he's just like, oh, I was almost there, and I'm like watching it, I'm like, yeah. Like, he's so smart about how a song should sound that he's almost right there. And then even the Bring Me to the Horizon song, you listen to it again.
I like that song too.
It's very Tom heavy, and he almost gets it. Like, he's a little busier, and he says it. He's like, okay, so I was there, but just a little too busy because I'm Chad Smith.
Right.
Basically.
Put a little India on there.
Yeah, and then I've watched a few other ones. I mean, the Chad Smith ones are my favorite so far. But it's so fun because they had, like, this jazz guy do a metal song, and he's a very clear, like, holds the drumstick like jazz players do.
Oh yeah.
Right? And he's like doing the jazz thing, and it's a metal chugging going on, and you're like, I was like, oh, this sounds terrible, but also kind of cool because you're hearing these different types of drummers, their style, being overlaid on different genre of music, and I'm like, this is how you would do it. Because these guys are like, the jazz guy is like a Juilliard trained. He's like an instructor at Juilliard. So it's not like he's just some back alley jazz player.
There's a lot of those back alley jazz. Jazz is very popular.
Very popular, especially the trombone.
Oh,
Rusty.
I saw an interview with Neil Peart. He was talking. They're like, what do you enjoy? Like, what makes you happy? And he's like, when I perform Tom Sawyer and I get it right, it makes me happy. And they're like, wait, you don't? He's like, no, I almost never get Tom Sawyer right, which is insane to think about. Well, I mean, there's about 1 million drum strikes in that song, but also for someone to have been playing that song for what, 50 years at this point?
Yeah.
The song came out in the 70s?
Early 70s.
So he's been playing it for 50 years and he still can't get it right.
Which is hilarious because he did it.
Right. He's the one who created it.
I can't repeat what I did on the track. Like,
He would probably think the track is not done right either, though.
That's possible.
He's probably got a random show they did, and he could probably tell you exactly which one it is.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "That's when I got it right."
Yeah.
And then I've never done it again.
It's like just sitting there in the studio, like, no, I'm supposed to hit the rototoms.
I want to see them
I've been pretty stuck on the Drumeo videos lately.
I want to see him get Travis Barker on there.
That'd be cool.
That's one that I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen yet. They even had Wolf Van Halen.
Oh yeah.
Come on, and it was Axl and their nephew or whatever.
Eddie.
Yeah. He was one of those, someone's nephew.
Wolfgang was Eddie's kid. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So it's Eddie's kid. Okay. I wasn't sure. I read the thing and I was like, oh, Wolf Van Halen. That's a weird name. You got to be related.
Gotta be related.
Mm-hmm. Would make sense.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about seeing Willie Nelson's kid?
No.
And then you thought it was a time machine and Willie Nelson showed up?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So I went to go see B.B. King with my dad, and we're all excited to see B.B. King. And this guy gets up before him, and the name of the band was The Promise of the Real. And we're like, all right, whatever. Promise of the Real. Here's a bunch of fucking hippies that are going to come out and play some stupid trash. Let's go get a drink. So we're back by the bar. We're getting we got ourselves our respective whiskey cokes, and we're watching them, and they're not bad. They're a blues band. They're not bad, but this guitarist, he's emulating somebody, and we can't quite figure it out, and we're trying to see who is it. And we're back over there by the bar, and we're at the merch table because I'm getting a BB King shirt, and my dad looks down and is like, Lucas Nelson.
Huh.
He's like, is he related to Willie? And the guy's like, yeah, that's Willie Nelson's son. And then we kind of look at each other and we look over at him. And we're like, oh,
there it is.
There it is. Mm-hmm.
But so apparently, he was just getting started at that point. But at this point, he's like one of the best blues musicians out there now. Like his band is headlining shit. He's not opening for people anymore. So
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool to get to see him and just get to see how much that carries over, because you sat and watched him play, and it was really neat.
Mm-hmm. I felt that way about Chris LeDoux's son.
Oh,
and that's country.
I know Chris LeDoux. Worn Out Tape, Chris LeDoux. Yeah. Yeah.
So Chris's son, Ned. I couldn't remember his first name.
Fucking Ned.
He was playing out in one of the cities east in Oregon that does the rodeos.
Which is all of them.
Yeah, right. But the big one, not Bend.
Pendleton.
No, it was around Bend.
Dover?
Yep.
Bend Dover?
Anyways, over there, he was playing a music festival, and I saw the flyer, and I was like, LeDoux. And it was one of those things when you see the name, and then you're like just blank on like, why do I know this name?
Well, Ned LeDoux, even though he's popular now or famous now. So,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry.
But no, it was just one of those things. And then I was like, I know
Redmond,
I've heard,
maybe?
Yeah, it's Redmond.
Burns. Home of Kellen Clemens.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. When I listened to Ned LeDoux, it was that. Who does this sound like? Why do I know?
It does sound a lot like him.
Yeah. But yeah.
Chris
kind of the same thing.
Garth Brooks is the whole reason Chris LeDoux had like a whole second revival to his career.
Where are the bodies, Garth?
Mm-hmm. Where are the bodies, Garth?
Where are the bodies, Garth?
Ned LeDoux.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also because I didn't grow up listening to Chris LeDoux, he's more of in the last 20 years or something, I kind of started listening to him more and being like, oh, and then you start listening to these songs and you're like, Life is a Highway.
Life is a highway.
Like, this is a Chris LeDoux song. Or Amarillo by Morning, which is a huge George Strait song.
Right.
And then you start realizing how big of a deal Chris LeDoux actually was before he died super young.
Well, it was like when Toby Keith died, I didn't realize like what an impact he really had on people. Like, because for me, Toby Keith was always the put a boot in their ass is the American way guy to me, right?
Yeah.
And because to me, he really only broke on the scene with that because I was not in the country scene.
Yeah.
And so when
Toby Keith, like me now.
Yeah, but Toby Keith died, and I was like, okay, Toby Keith died, who cares? And then I remember like your dad, he was fucked up when Toby Keith went, and I was like, and that was the first time I really I stopped and thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, this dude meant something to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he had been around for a lot longer than you
Yeah.
realize if you only know him from his 9/11 shit.
01 on. Right.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, since early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But there, yeah, and then I look back, I was like, there's a ton of songs that I like that I didn't know was Toby Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Blake Shelton used to have really long hair.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a picture, like, years ago, I saw a picture of Blake Shelton with really long hair, and it was all his old music, and I was like, oh, I know these songs. I just didn't realize, Long Hair McGee is the one that's going to be into with Gwen Stefani and doing American Idol.
Like an old Blakey
and
Blake
doing Gwen Stefani.
And doing, hey, you know.
What did I say?
I've heard it both ways.
No, he wasn't on American Idol. He was on The Voice.
The Voice.
Oh, whatever.
This is The Voice.
Is that the one where you like slap your table and you spin around?
You spin around, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I told my mom she needs one of those chairs because she's so slow turning around in her chair. I'm like, Mom, we need to get you that voice chair.
Like, what?
She's like, yeah. No, she's not that fast anymore to react. She just smiles and laughs. It's kind of funny. So I was explaining to somebody the other day, I was like, I think when people get dementia, they kind of switch their personality to like the opposite, where my mom, my whole life, was yelling and angry, probably because of my dad, because he's yelling and angry. Maybe that's why they were together. I don't know. But now she's like, everything's great. I'm happy to be here. So then I give her weed gummies and she's even happier. And she eats. It's awesome.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, she's super real high.
She's just sitting there in her chair like,
Yeah.
Mom, are you asleep? No.
Yeah.
Just stabbing my leg with a fork.
The other day was the first time I told Robin, the first time I heard her say, I'm still eating.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Robin was like, hey, do you want me to clear your table? And she's like, no, I'm still eating. And then she actually started eating. And I was like,
well, because she also forgets what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like, she'll just be sitting there and be like, huh? And I'm like, are you going to eat? Oh, yep. I was going to do that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's on the docket today.
Yeah.
Eating. Check.
Check.
So, did I tell you that I'm pretty sure I've told you at least in text, but on here, did I mention that I've had to tell her multiple times that my dad's gone?
Not on the show, no.
So yeah, like a lot of times in the morning, if I don't wake her up and she hears that someone's out in the living room or kitchen or something, she'll yell, Bill. And like at that moment, I'm like, fuck, here we go. I got to go tell her. But I'm starting to get better at it where I go in there, tell her that he's passed away. Every time she goes, fuck. And I see she's crying and I ask her if she wants a hug. She says, always. Give her a hug. And then she's just kind of like, all right, well, here we go with the day. But today, I did it. Went and sat out in my dad's chair for like 20 minutes and she yelled for him again. And I was like, is her short-term memory going like worse? Because she had no idea. I just told her 20 minutes ago and I'd tell her again. And this time I was like, let's try something different. I don't know. Let's just say it a different way. And just, I don't know. It's interesting to see how the brain works.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I need to get her to a neurologist for one and get her actually diagnosed. And then, oh God, she's pressing the bell for me to come help her. But anyway, yeah, I got her a doorbell so she can press for help. So I'm going to go do that. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Well, we'll talk about a little bit of wrestling and then, you know.
Is it I'm just imagining the doorbell from the That's Funny. Ding.
Ding.
Well,
the worst.
I should make it. It's got like 48 different sounds.
Okay. It's electronic.
The worst part is like, I drank a beer before the show and now I'm on my third beer and now I have to pee. And that doesn't normally happen, but I've also like had to rehydrate myself after having the flu last week. Right. By the way, that's part of the major reason why we didn't do a show. I had the flu real bad. But like So I've been drinking a lot of fluids, and so I'm passing a lot of fluids. Mm-hmm. And about 10 minutes ago, I got the first notice from my body that I had to pee. And now we're approaching critical mass.
Right? You're at the stage of I don't really need to flush. It doesn't look like I pissed.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, I know growing up out here, we're on the well, especially in the summertime. If you get real hydrated and you piss, at least we did, because you have to conserve water sometimes. If I'm pissing and it's clear, it's like, yep, I'm not flushing right now.
Yep. If it's yellow, let it mellow. And if it's clear, have no fear.
You're I don't know.
Wait, no. No.
You're a March.
It's gotta be my bowl.
You're March.
I go out there. She's like, tell your daughter to go to bed. I'm like, Mom, it's 8:30.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, and did you press the bell? Because the cat's sitting there drinking out of her water cup. I'm like, did you press the fucking bell or was it the cat? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, it's the cat. Yeah. Cat, get off there.
Fucking Harry.
It was
the other day when I brought your mom and Grayson food.
Yeah.
Harry was sitting on her chair on the back.
Yeah.
And it took me forever to get that damn cat off because I didn't want to like roughly move him. I'm like trying to push him and he's just like, no.
He looks more fragile than he is. He's just a small cat. He's just not very big.
Finally, your mom's like, just pick him up. I'm like, I don't want to get anything from this cat.
Yeah. Yeah. He's fine. It's really just like, so like I brushed him yesterday and he's like, oh my God, nobody's been brushing me. And I was like, oh, that's what's going. My dad normally would brush him. So it's like, I'm learning all the things that I have to do, like finding where my dad put the bills. That's fucking impossible.
Right.
Like I found the power bill Sunday and it was due Monday. So I'm like, God damn it. I go online, get on the app, and I have to update the credit card because Social Security, cancels your bank cards and like they let all the people know that you're dead. So his card didn't work. So I had to update it with my mom's card. Stupid.
Yeah.
Did you talk about wrestling or did?
No, we didn't. We talked about being sick and then pissing clear.
Pissing clear, you have nothing to fear.
Yeah, that was pushing. I'm pushing water basically right now.
Oh well, better than rope.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Is your sweatshirt a skeleton?
It's a full body onesie, and yes,
I like it.
It has Ben got it for me for Christmas a few years back.
Big fan.
It's got a.
Is that one of the? Does it have double zippers so you don't have to take off the top to piss? Perfect.
I can't wear those things. I get too fucking hot.
Well, the key is I'm wearing underwear under, and that's it.
Right. I get that, but I just, dude, I'm fucking
give it a little. Let
is
it breathe a little bit.
Footy onesie or a cuffed onesie?
It's cuffed.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, I can wear this outside. I don't want to wear funsy or footsies out.
Dave, did you see those shoes I sent you on eBay or eBay shoes that I sent you?
Yes,
they're $61 for those shoes. I got a pair of them for $56 at the duck store, but again, you don't check your phone enough for me to tell you could do that, so I didn't.
Yep.
Oh, I got my credit.
I probably wouldn't buy them either because I bought last year's shoes, and I've got $0 right now.
Gotcha.
For anything that I want.
You know how every year I get a credit back from the duck store?
Yep.
I think I get 5% back.
Is it only 5? I thought it was 10.
No, I wish. Do you guys want to guess on how much my credit was this year?
5%.
$35.
78.
Jake's way closer. It was only 26 something.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't have any money to spend. I didn't have any money to spend. Still spent enough to get a $25 credit. What? How much money is that? I don't even know. I'm stupid.
25 times 20.
So $500.
$500.
$600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
5 divided by 25. Oh, wrong way. Whatever. I don't care.
Have you heard about all these schools canceling their spring game?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because they don't want people using it to scout out players that they're going to try to poach on the spring transfer portal.
Is that what we think it is?
That's what Nebraska's coach is saying.
Nebraska just came out and said it.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Rule's like, why would we put tape out there of guys that you might want to come and poach from my team?
I don't know, pay them and then they won't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It's seems to work for some people.
Maybe just don't be in Nebraska. That seems to be a place nobody wants to be right now.
Well, I mean, they are kind of in a nice place geographically, though, because now they only have a 2-hour flight to LA and a 2-hour flight to Penn State. Like everybody else, that's a shitty flight for some of those schools.
Yeah. I mean, also, they started a true freshman, didn't they, last year? Dylan Raiola?
Mm-hmm.
It's like...
Oh, I thought that guy was Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Right?
He thinks he is too.
if you're going to start a true freshman, that means you've got plans for the next 3 seasons. Like
at least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
1.
So maybe pay some more players because it's legal now.
Mm-hmm.
And no one, in my opinion, not that many schools will start a true freshman because they have to.
Yeah.
Like if you already know your season's a bust, maybe you send in a true freshman, but usually you're going to play the guys that have been there.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Especially a true freshman, maybe a redshirt freshman.
Right. Yeah, true freshman quarterback, that doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
No, but he's from Nebraska, and they kind of knew if you come here, there's nobody in front of you. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Oregon's, though. Man, we've got some guys.
Mm-hmm.
Get some guys coming in.
We lost one, but it's like, okay.
We lost a few.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about quarterback right now.
Oh, yeah.
One kid flipped to USC.
Yeah, but then didn't we pick up a better recruit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're like, okay, thanks.
I don't know if the timeline was pick up a better recruit, then he decided to leave, or if it was decided to leave, then we picked up another recruit. I'm not sure.
Could be either way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you watch that chambermaid match or whatever it's called?
Oh yeah, Elimination Chamber.
There it is. I knew. I was like chamber pot. Hell in the Chamber. I couldn't remember the name of it. What was it called again?
Elimination
Masturbation.
Elimination Chamber.
So just a bunch of witches with cauldrons.
What happened was, so I was looking online. I was like, "Hey, when's Elimination Chamber?" And they're like, 8:00, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. I'm like, "All right, that's cool." So I tune in at 5 o'clock on the West Coast, and it's already like they're already going to a match.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, this is fine, I guess. Like, I tuned in right for the Sami Zayn,
and
Kevin Owens.
The same thing.
Yeah. So, like, I watched that. That was pretty good. Like, Sami Zayn died, which was kind of fun.
Which is my favorite.
Yeah. Then another match happened that I didn't give a shit about.
What was that match?
It was the women's match, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had the men's Elimination Chamber, featuring CM Punk, Logan Paul, John Cena, the bisexual Undertaker. Who else is in there? Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Was that the one where CM Punk's lights kept falling on him?
Yes. So
wait,
his lights so CM Punk's light kept falling.
I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can actually see it on camera, but it happens. Yeah, you can find it, but like they start chanting for him to put the light back, put the light back. So yeah, that was pretty funny. But John Cena wins at the very end of it. Spoilers. And then something unthinkable happened. That's when things got kicked.
Oh my God! It's got to be Kane.
You look here, you see 2 champions, Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Did Cocaine make his WWE premiere?
No, but John Cena. Well, The Rock comes out and he tells Cody Rhodes that he wants his soul or some shit, and Cody Rhodes is like, "Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself," and the crowd goes crazy because Cody Rhodes just said "fuck," and the John Cena's going all over the place like, "Oh, dude, I can't believe you just said fuck you to The Rock," and like daps him up and hugs him, and then like looks over Cody Rhodes' shoulder. And The Rock, like, does the throat slash thing. And then John Cena kicks him in the nads. And they just fucking...
yeah, the nads.
Right, the nads.
Yeah, there he is. He's, like, fixing it.
Yeah. And then Travis Scott was there for some reason.
Well, I'll tell you my theory on that. Oh, you may have heard it.
The Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool. That would be cool. I would like to see Bad Bunny.
I've heard the theory is that at WrestleMania they're gonna have a 3-man or 6-man tag match. Although John Cena has a match with Cody Rhodes, but
yeah, well they could do that at Survivor Series.
Oh yeah, but the guy they bring back has a number that we like. And he has a theme song with some musics.
And it makes you do this.
And some glass breaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're saying they want to bring old Stone Cold back. I think they're missing it here. I think what that guy missed out on is the fact that The Rock is the head of the board. Who's the chief executive officer?
He won't.
You don't think?
I don't know. Who is it?
Triple H.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
He won't, because he said he's got his heart has a thing where if he wrestles, he very well could die.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, do cocaine about it.
Do cocaine about it.
Do cocaine about it might be the name of the episode.
There's ghosts in your blood. Do cocaine about it.
Dude, oh my
when
God,
you were saying that he's got a number in his name, I was thinking Triple H the whole time. I was like, Triple, I mean, that's kind of a number.
I didn't say in his name, with his name. We say
it's 911. He's going to choke slam people.
His finishing move is the Twin Towers.
Oh. What is that when Sid Vicious comes out and does his twin choke slams?
Yep, that's it. That's the one.
His other one is called the 72 Virgins.
It's
just the honeymooner.
Okay, so seriously, who would we think? Who would be a good person to bring back to face The Rock, John Cena, and Travis Scott? We've got Cody Rhodes, Bad Bunny, and who is the other guy?
Hulk Hogan, dude.
Well, yeah, but he's also
he's like a billion
70
years old. Yeah.
I saw Ric Flair say something about John Cena winning his 17th championship. He's like, I'll take all the blood thinners I need to, or some shit. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Or maybe like not Rick, take his blood thinners that day.
Just go sell some wings, man.
Right?
Wings! Like, Rick, calm down, dude. First of all, you've said it yourself. Having the title 16 times mean you just lost it 16 times. It's not impressive. Right? Mm-hmm. Also, it's not real. It's not real.
It's real to him, damn it.
Oh God.
They stomp the mat when they punch, Rick.
They do that. I've heard.
Mm-hmm. You said doo-doo.
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 That's doo-doo, baby. Gold dust. Oh, I mean, that'd be only cool for me, but still.
It'd be cool for a lot of people.
That would be fun.
I'm trying to think of someone that's not dead.
What if they got Roman Reigns?
That'd be pretty cool.
With Cody Rhodes. That would be a good tag match. I'd watch that.
Cody Roman
Reigns. Reeds.
Dude, I'm ready for the Jacob Fatu face turn when he gets to be the top face in the company.
Yeah,
he's so good.
Yeah, he's legit.
It was funny, like I sent a text message. This John Cena heel turn is so impactful. I sent a text message to my friend Robbie, who used to work with at EDuck, and I hadn't talked to this guy since August, and that was when we thought a friend of ours had died.
Mm.
And then prior to that, it was
sick.
Yeah, it was August of 2023 that we had talked. So it's been a long time since I heard
a minute. Yeah.
So I just send a message to him, apropos of nothing. I can't believe it happened. And his response is the best part of is that all you had to do was that text, and I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Right.
That's all I had to say. I can't believe it happened. Good.
Yeah.
That sounds like a scam text too. Have you heard the news? Click this link.
Also, Robin, you'll enjoy this. WWE just filed a trademark for Break-A-Wish.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much.
Who's gonna be out there choke slamming kids in wheelchairs?
John Cena.
He's got the turn.
I will get a Break-A-Wish T-shirt if they make those.
That's so good.
That's man, that's up there. I haven't wanted a WWE shirt since Stone Cold.
But Break-A-Wish is pretty funny.
I will buy.
Dude, you had that sleeveless 316 shirt forever.
For a minute, yeah. I probably still have the original one. I have a new one.
Yeah.
I still have my old DX one too. Somewhere.
I have a replica NWO shirt. I didn't have money when those things were available.
Yeah, I never got an NWO shirt. I made one.
Yeah.
When we were at Days Creek, I made a NWO stencil and spray painted in red over our Days Creek white with black lettering shirts, the NWO thing.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Wolfpack.
Oh.
Dude, that's still the best. That's still possibly the best entrance music of all time.
It's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
So since we're talking about wrestling, and we mentioned the name Lucas earlier, I created a group text with Jake.
Yeah,
and
that's me.
Lucas Voorhees, aka Bullet Sponge,
or the Bullet Doctor, apparently.
Yeah, he changed his name on Xbox or Call of Duty because he was like, I want to change it to something. What should I change it to? And we're just going through. He's always running a med vest on there, so I was like, why not Bullet Doctor? He's like, that's actually good and it's funny. And I was like, of course it is. I came up with it.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
That's how that works. But anyway, I send a group text and then I write in there like explaining to Jake who it is, and he's like, oh, because I was kind of confused. What did you say actually?
I said,
he's gonna find it.
Yeah, hang on, I'm doing it. Look at him, he doing it.
Look at him, he doing it.
I said, I was like, what the fuck is a Lucas Voorhees?
Nice.
It's like, there was a time when like I got included into, like, Robin sent a snap and he meant to send it to a whole bunch of people, but he sent it in a group. And so it was me, a bunch of chicks, and Robin.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck is going on here?
It happens.
Like, I will now watch all of your stories.
Yeah. Show me your titties.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're not naked, then I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was it? I forgot to post my usual Veterans Day. If you want to thank a veteran, show them your tits post.
Yeah, you're a few months late for that.
Yeah, it hasn't worked for me ever. So,
well, maybe it will.
Yeah, you never know.
You're just in the wrong part of town.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Or Facebook.
I mean, it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've seen a lot of tits on Facebook.
Yeah.
I haven't in a long time.
Last one was Sissy's, one of her twin sisters got her nipples pierced, and I'm like, well, you can't just tell me you got your nipples pierced and not show me.
Yeah.
She's like, well, my boyfriend will get mad. I'm like, well, I'm not going to tell him.
Yeah. Well, I'm not him.
So then she takes pictures. She's like, I blocked my face. And I'm like, I wasn't going to look at your face.
I wasn't looking at your face.
Yeah, I don't care how many face piercings you have.
Yeah.
Those are uninteresting and kind of stupid.
I'm such a gentleman that when women wear bikinis to the beach, that I will only look at the parts of their bodies that are covered.
That's nice of you.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it really challenging in a thong.
Who says chivalry is dead?
Yeah. It makes it hard in a thong when you're over there spreading cheeks.
I'm just looking. Yeah. I'm just looking where I can see fucking fabric.
I'm respecting you.
That would be a good shirt too. I'm respecting you. I only look at the parts that are clothed, and then wear it to the beach.
I'm respecting you.
And then there's like boobs.
Wear a shirt that says your boobs are down there.
That's a good one. Juice. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Dude, so we got these shirts for our games, coaching shirts. There, maybe I'll get closer. There it is.
Yeah.
Days Cricks basketball. We got a black one. We got a gray one. Well, we lost wearing the gray one. And so we've just been wearing the black one. And I asked the other coaches, I'm like, we're just going to bring only the black shirts to Baker, right? And the head coach is like, no, we're going to wear the gray ones. And I'm like,
no,
not until we lose. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think you get how superstition works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
Yeah, that's fair. Dave, while you were gone, we talked about going to Baker. So tomorrow, tomorrow's my dad's service. Then Thursday morning at 8, we got an 8-hour drive. I'm driving over with Hunt, the head football coach. Yeah.
How's he going? Just for kicks?
Because why not? Good reason to skip school.
Gotta go sports, boys.
Get to watch sports, yeah. But we're playing against Crane, who has won 56 games in a row. The Oregon record for most basketball games won in a row is 58, held by Oakland. So our goal is to help Oakland out.
Yeah.
They've got a kid that's 6'7", probably 265, and dunks every game. And like I was telling Jake, not just a breakaway dunk, like drop step dunks.
So you've got a fucking defensive end out there playing.
They've got a legit athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to Oregon State to play footballs. He's been recruited, and
what
and all
position
the kids
does
are
he
like,
play?
I don't know, I don't care.
Left out.
They're like, he's going to a D1 school, and I'm like, barely.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's like you could not pick a lower Division I football team to go play for.
No.
I'm just gonna look up Oregon State's. I'm just looking up Oregon State's football commits for 2026, I'm guessing.
What is his name? It would be 2025. He's a senior. Wouldn't it be?
No, it'd be 26.
Oh. I forget his name. Caleb? No, Cody. His name's Cody. From Crane Union.
Well, the Beavers have 2 commits so far for next season, and neither of them are ranked nationally.
Oh, I'm sure he's not. Let's see if I can find. Can you find last year's then?
Yeah, I'm looking at last year. Let's go all the way to the bottom. See, these are transfers.
But we played them earlier this year. We had 2 starters out, and then we had another one sick, and we only lost by 19. Like, this is a winnable game. Yeah, but we've got 5 kids that can fucking play. Like, we probably have the best point guard in the state. And like, honestly, he would start at any level. He's fucking good. He's not completely intelligent, but he's not a fucking dum-dum. Like, he gets it.
So Yeah, he's got offers from OSU. He had an offer from Boise and picked Oregon State over Boise State. That's a problem. That's a problem with people who go to Oregon State. That's a whole other story for another time.
Yeah.
These people.
Hey.
They could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that.
Job's not done.
Job's not done. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube. You can see all the fun shenanigans we get into. But for this issue, this edition, this episode, this folderol, this miasma, of my show. Good night, universe.
Until we meet again.
Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Go Wolves.
Go Wolves.
Go fuck up them cranes. I don't know what their mascot is. I don't care.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.